starting us.
That was an intense way to finish spring practice, full contact, full speed, kick and punt coverage.
Yeah, it's not that often you get to do it. And actually, Coach Tress used to do it when I first went with him. And you kind of get worried a little bit about, obviously a guy can get rolled up, this, that, other thing, but as tired as they are by the end of spring, as tired as they are by after covering a couple kicks, the contacts are not nearly as high, the high speeds of things. But it's a great job. It's a great opportunity for our returners, for the kickers and things like that to actually be in those situations where they got to make some decisions. And then the greatest thing for us is to be able to teach off it.
That kind of fit the theme of how competitive everything has been this spring.
And that's what you want. We kind of let those guys know that, hey, this last day is going to be your guys' day. If you're a kicker, if you're a snapper, if you're a returner, for us to get an opportunity to evaluate. It's tough to evaluate those guys because you never really go live because you don't want it. But to have these kind of situations on a day like this, we get to go back and really look and see and kind of get some evaluation on guys and what they'll do when it's live action.
What was the
Go ahead, Jeff.
What was the biggest surprise or most unexpected thing for you throughout the whole spring here?
I don't know. I think right now where our offensive line is, I'm impressed. And seeing those guys up front work together, it starts there. The way Dez has continued to, I think, just mature. Not that he's not a mature kid, but when you can actually sit in meetings and you can listen on headsets, just to have him to understand the what and the whys of everything that's going on out there. There's just a great connection in that room. Coach Gino and him, and understand the offense and how Coach Denbrock's going to call things. I just see a great growth. They're probably one of them.
You said the team expectations have changed. How?
Well, it's not just the your expectations for you. You guys didn't want to be 11-2. You didn't expect that, or you didn't expect to go to ball games. In your first year, you didn't expect to win the league. No, I mean expectations every day about how you do things, about what you do good and how you take the field, and what you're supposed to do. Outside of the 20 hours that are allotted. Those kinds of expectations, because I think it's so much different. They understand the process of coaching staff and what it is that we want. Then they start to take it a little bit further. I think that it's easy to point out the expectations of wins and losses, but the process of the expectations is really what takes so long to try to instill into when you come into a new program. It's different than what they had before, not good or bad. So I think that expectation on a daily basis is where these guys are starting to realize and really kind of increase their expectations.
What's next for them between now and camp? When you have them,
we have tomorrow to still evaluate this and take a little opportunity to never want to have a practice, which is kind of the reason why we do this. You never want to have a big scrimmage or a spring game and not have an opportunity to evaluate it. And this gives us the opportunity, coaches are still here, to evaluate all these things, and then they're going to have about 3.5 weeks. Good time for to finish up classes in school here, but then be able to relax a little bit, clear their minds, get healthy. And I don't just mean physically, I mean mentally, until we get rolling in the next phase.
What's some questions coming in the spring that were answered?
I think there's always questions that are answered, and then just how guys will work together. When you lose a guy like Cortez and Cope in the middle of your defense, how will those guys be able to work together to do what you need to do? There's still things we need to get answered there. How are you going to answer, losing a guy like Garrett Campbell? So it's not just individual players. We talk about all the time the best 11. And so you got to get answers on how guys will work together when they're on the field. And I think from what it is that we got to be able to do is to compete and things like that. A lot of those questions, you have a better idea of what your answers are.
Because of the talent in the running back room, you don't get to see a lot of Ryan Montgomery. How important for him to come out here on punt and show you what he can do?
It's big. I mean, and just, because you got to find a way to get on the field. And that's what we always talk about with special teams. It's not a halfway house while you wait, but your ability to earn everything you get, and you earn carries. We get a guy that returns things like that and show up what Ryan did, and he'll earn some carries. I know we got great backs, but he'll earn the right in games, get an opportunity.
Did Metz block that kick?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I'm not sure that the very first one he didn't line up about a yard off sides, and they had to grab him and pull him back. I think it was his first time doing it, but to win the game, he puts his big paw up there and blocks the kick. So really impressive.
With his size and strength.
And those are things that you get a chance to experiment with here in the spring ball. That as you just pop in the game weeks, you might not take those chances and evaluate. And all of a sudden you kind of see that. And it's kind of gives some of those guys that put him in there an opportunity to say, hey, this is what I believe. And they weren't ever saying it before, but now we might have ourselves a little maybe in a pop locker.